Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Marie.
And we're the Old School Soulmates.
Today we got another haul for you. We haven't been doing a lot of thrifting recently. Just this past week it's been kind of slow for us, busy in our lives, but slow in the thrifting world. So we'll show you what we've picked up this week.
Okay, we'll start off with these.
These are Bayos. Normally you see them in a little bit different of a style. These really look like dance goes. They have the non-skid soles, just like the shoes for cruise. They're a lightweight nursing comfort shoe, and they're called a Flora. And we got them for $5.99, and we'll probably be able to sell them for at least $30. And here, this is a pair of SASs. These are SAS men's. This is a size style we don't get very often. Pretty interesting. The burgundy, which is not the most popular color, but these things have never been worn that I can see anyways. So picked them up for $7.99, and we should get about $49 for them. Mm-hmm. This is a pair of Eastland Loafers. This particular one Eastlands are nice because they always say whether they're women's or men's. But this is a women's classic too, and it's a 10 wide. 10 is a great size, and wide is even better. So those worked out really well. These are also $7.99, and we should be able to sell these for about $40.
Okay.
This is an unusual pair. This is a pair of Doc Martens. Now these are the Doc Martens made in England. These started their life out as a Doc Marten boot, I believe.
Yeah, looks like somebody chopped the top.
The tongue's been cut.
Who would do something like that to a Doc Marten? I don't understand.
But I mean, these have almost hardly any wear on them at all.
Look at
and they're the green ones, which these generally bring really good money, but these have been modified to more of a chukka height instead of the...
And not professionally, because the cut, if you can see here, is kind of really rough and around the edges, and it's not real even. It's just like somebody just took a scissors and...
I guess, whoever did it, but it's now a 4-eye instead of, I think it was probably an 8-eye at the time. Yeah. So we bought them. These came from our thrift store, so they were $5.99, and we'll just see. There's a place when you list stuff on eBay that says modified, yes or no, because you're going to find things from time to time that are modified, crop tops and different things that people have done to clothing and to items where they've actually been modified. So this is another pair of Eastlands. These are also the same. We picked these up at the same place. So they were both $7.99, and they're both 10 wides. So I'm going to guess that the same person dropped these off. So they're 10 wides, and they're in great shape.
Good shape.
So, yep, they should fetch a good amount of money. These little things here are Footprints by Birkenstock. These aren't your normal Birkenstocks that you see. The insole is always the same. The footprints inside there, you're going to see the insoles, and they are the same Footprints by Birkenstock insoles you see from anybody. They have the replaceable cork insoles, but they're more of an Oxford shoe. Very little wear on these at all. These are great shoes. Love them. They're size 39, which is an 8 women's. And we probably should be able to get probably about $49 for those.
Yeah, real popular shoes.
And
always.
Gee darn, they're in my size, so if they don't sell, I'm good to go. We've had these several times before. This is a very lightweight version of these. These are Calso Earth. These are a bendable, like a little flat. They're a green nubuck is what this is. Not quite suede, but not quite the polished leather. Very, very lightweight shoes. These were $5.99, and hopefully, and Calso Earth always sells well because it's a very much a comfort shoe. So hopefully we can do well on these.
Yeah,
just
we find
need a little
these.
cleaning.
I think we had one of these in one of our other videos not too long ago.
These are, I don't know what these are, honestly. I picked them up because they're Ariats. Ariats is a good seller. These are they have hardly any wear on them. So this is the way they came, but it's kind of like a very rough suede. I mean, there's still hay on these. So, but they're in really good shape, even though they look really fuzzy. It looks like that's how they're supposed to be. I think they have a name for them, for this type of outside styling. But this is an 8.5B women's, and from what I understand, these bring really decent money. I just got to get the hay off of them, and they'll be ready to go. But the bottom still has the stickers on them.
Yeah.
So I thought they were really worn, but they're not.
Alrighty, well, we're done with the shoes, so here's a...
Oh, yep. Let's start getting into some of the clothes that we found. This is a pair of REI, which is an outdoor clothing brand. That's the tag on those. Mm-hmm. This is just a pair of corduroys, men's corduroys, 38, 32s. Just, I've never really sold these, so I don't know what they're going to sell for, but they were just a nice pair of heavyweight pants for this time of season. On them, or? I really hadn't even looked them up. I just know REI is a good brand, so if not, they're your size, so it worked out good.
And here's a
again, another category that we're lost in. Okay? So,
but from watching, I think Rally Roots, they
probably
talk about,
Rally Roots helped us.
And I think anybody under 30 probably knows about Dragon Ball Z more than we do.
Yeah, there's people laughing at us right now, because it's probably one of the most popular things.
It's a pretty cool shirt.
It is.
And
so we're gonna.
So I'm trying to button it enough so you can see it a little bit here, because it's kind of. There we go. So it's a pretty cool shirt.
Yep.
Got all the characters on the front there. Y'all know who those are. Put them in the comments, because we have no clue.
Yep. So this shirt was $4.99, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of money for it. I didn't really have time to look it up, so I kind of just bought it and moved on.
It's a U.S. small. Is that right? Or?
That's a small.
So if you know anybody needs a Dragon Ball Z shirt in the small variety, hit us up. Okay, and here's a Pelly.
Yeah, this particular is by Mark Buchanan. Again, not something I was familiar with, so I looked it up, and they actually had pretty good comps. So you're looking at about $30 for this shirt, and it's a 2X, of course. So you always get into the bigger sizes. It has some embroidery on it, and it's pretty interesting shirt, and it's in excellent condition. So pick it up and take a chance on it. Sure. We come across stuff all the time we've never seen and never sold, so we just give it a shot. This is another one. Never heard of this before. This is an Anthropology brand, I believe. It's called Nanette Lepore, I think. I'm not even positive about that. Got this at our little thrift store in town. So not in our town, but the next town over that we go to. It was $2.50, and it's a wool sweater. And it had really good comps for this particular designer. It has zips on the side. But it's very nice. It's never been worn. So.
We don't do a lot of. This is women's, right?
Yep, women's.
We don't do a lot of women's clothes, really. We do mostly men. But every now and then, if we see something kind of standing out.
Yeah, something that really, because I'm always going through the coats and the sweaters and stuff, mostly for me. But.
And we live in Tennessee, so we have to support the Titans, no matter how bad of a season they're having. Yeah. And it happens sometimes. Usually,
when we go out, every time we buy a Titan something. So this happened to be pretty much almost brand new, and it is also an extra large and original NFL apparel, of course.
Right.
Really nice shirt.
You always want to look for this. If you see a shirt that doesn't have this somewhere, may not look exactly like that. It may be sewn down the bottom or whatever. If
it's newer, the vintage stuff, you never know what it's going to have a label.
Like a beefy tee or something like that. Right. It's probably not an official one. You got to be careful about selling that.
Unless it's vintage.
Here, speaking of vintage.
Yeah, this is. I'm pretty sure.
This is.
It's
as far
funny
as we can tell.
how stiff vintage sweatshirts are usually. So.
Champion.
It's a Champion. It's made in the USA, or this is made in Honduras actually, but it's a reverse weave. So, my understanding is it's more of a vintage style. It has a name for this, which, like I said, the reverse weave, and then it's got these cross panels on the side. But it's an NYU sweatshirt, and it was in really good shape. So we give it a shot and see what it can do.
Yeah.
They seem to do well, so.
You're spending a few bucks. It's not that big of a deal to take a little chance on it.
Yeah.
This is World Industries. This is another brand we weren't familiar with until we looked it up.
Not at all.
But apparently, this is a decent brand, and probably get $20 or so for it. Maybe a little bit more. Some of them are actually going for a lot of money, but so I'm not sure whether this particular variety will or not. But.
Yeah, because all about the pattern and so forth. This is a large 100% cotton, and again, they're all $4.99 for men's shirts.
Okay. Speaking of the Titans.
This is a vintage
and
Titan.
Vintage.
Yep.
If you're a Titans fan looking for vintage wear, there you go.
Yep.
This is really old. This is made in the USA, I believe.
Yep.
There it is. This is, whenever you see made in the USA, there's a good chance that it's old.
Yes,
because there's not a lot of clothing made in the USA anymore, especially when it looks like it's old. And
I think this is from 2001, so that's 18 years old. So, and again, it's our team, so we pick them up. Don't want to leave these poor things sitting in the thrift store.
Yeah, we find them. I mean, I'm sure if you live in a town that has a sports team nearby, like, you'll find a lot of that team's apparel.
Yep.
Okay, and another Bimini Bay. We just thought this jacket was cool.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of a photographer jacket,
fishing
like a
jacket,
safari jacket, fishing jacket. I think it's actually I think it's supposed to be a fishing jacket.
It is a fishing jacket,
right?
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it's just
it's got pockets inside here.
Zip pocket inside.
2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
You can find any $100 bills in here, but
no, it's vented. It's got a hidden hood. It's got I mean, who knows? It's got everything going for it. Pockets in the back. I don't know. I don't know how a fisherman can find anything in these things.
Yeah,
but
that's what it looks like.
But yeah, it was a size medium, I believe.
Yeah.
Medium or large. But yeah, it was only $4.99 or something.
Yeah, it was real cheap
at our thrift store up here. So
why not?
We picked it up.
Usually jackets this time of year you can probably get something for.
We got this jacket at the exact same thrift store.
Adidas.
Yep, and this is more of a vintage one too.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like has the bat wing arms and that color block pattern. So. With the stripes, and some of them seem like they were selling for a little bit of money. So, yeah,
no $100 bills in this pocket.
Yeah, one little tip: when you have things with Velcro, you can just Velcro gets kind of scuzzy over the years. Picking up lint and so forth.
Just real quick here.
And it's really easy just to take that extra second to just pick through it with a. You use a paper clip. You can use. I use toothpicks is what I use. I don't ever use pins or needles or something when I'm just dangerous with those. And get all that lint out. It just looks better, when you sell something like that.
Little things.
Yeah,
all right.
little
and
things work out.
One more thing.
One more. This is a vest.
More vest.
Yeah.
The Talbots.
Yeah, this is a Talbot's women's vest. It's a fleece lined, and on the outside here, it's got real pretty Talbot buttons. But I looked up the comps on it, and it was a decent seller, and with winter being right here, and again, it was only $4 at that same thrift store, and it was just a really pretty vest, and I think it was a 2X.
2X.
So a nice larger size, beautiful vest with good detailing in the back. And the style was, when I looked it up, there is exact comps. So this style has a corduroy collar, and this exact vest I saw, with comps on it. Running about $39. So.
Yeah, and women's clothing in the larger sizes tend to do well.
Yes.
So.
Everything in the larger sizes.
Yeah.
I mean, really, men's, women's, shoes, doesn't matter. Because those are the sizes that are hard to find.
Okay.
So.
Well, I think that wraps it up. I just want to thank all of our new subscribers. Shout out to all you guys. We really appreciate that anybody's listening to anything we've got to say, and hopefully we can add some value to you, help you out. Thanks again for watching.
That wraps up this video. If you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see in future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button, and please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.